Hey, Gold Team, we are back with David Specter, Choice Home Warranty. Um, so we are talking about heat and the heat of the weather. David, what do you think about that?
No comment. No, I'm just to say no comment on a FaceTime conversation. How would that work, right? So, so last week, I think we all know the weather just went crazy, extremely hot. Came out of nowhere because a week before that, you had a sweater on
Cold.
still. And yeah, so now here we are. So the really cool thing about Choice, and we've utilized this quite a bit last week and even today, and I'm sure moving forward, that if we can't find a vendor within 7 hours, we let the homeowner hire any company they want. And we refund it at retail rates, which means you hire your own company, we're stuck paying that bill, not what Choice would pay, but what your tech is charging. So really, really cool feature about Choice. And we cover up to $5,000 for AC. So we have a high dollar amount and we're gonna make sure the homeowners are taken care of. So I'll tell you personally, last weekend, I think I worked a combined total of anywhere between 12 and 15 hours. I mean, over Saturday
On the
Sunday.
weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the phone calls are coming in, the text messages, people freaking out of my AC just went down, what do I do? And just a lot of frantic, so I'm always saying if there's ever an emergency question, issue, whatever, call me, text me. I mean, I was able to calm all these people down and say, by this time, we're going to know what's going on. And worst case scenario, we let you hire your own company. So no matter what, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
I spent a lot of the weekend working, but you know what? I put a lot of families at ease and made a lot of people happy. And that's really what it's about, is the resolution at the end of the day.
Well, it was like jumping in the deep end last week because, like you said, I think people had their heat on the week before, the high in the 50s, and then all of a sudden we're talking about 95, 96 degrees.
I mean, there were a couple of days that we were getting AC calls and furnace calls at the same time.
It's crazy.
And it was incredible, but I feel like now at least we can say we're probably done with the furnace. We're done with the heat.
I think so.
But
I think so. I mean, I saw
hoping.
something where it said it was going to be 66 degrees on Saturday, but now they've changed that. It's going to be in the 70s. So
wow. I mean, that's beautiful.
That's the great thing, though. We've missed our calling, though, David, about being a meteorologist, because we could just say what we want to say right at 8 o'clock in the morning and just change it, or like around 10 o'clock.
I think you're right. I don't think it's too late for us. I think we can combine our knowledge and get a degree and just join forces and knock it out.
Just do it.
Done and done. I like the way you think. No, but so weather, we got your back, and that's an easy thing to tackle. But the next thing that I really want to talk about was we're going through policy changes come June. It's supposed to hit June 3rd. It could be postponed, but as of right now, we're shooting for June 3rd. So there's some big changes coming up. As far as cost, anytime I say changes, the first thing everybody thinks is, oh my God, what's the cost? We're looking at minimal, so it's really not going to be that big of a difference. We have not increased prices for 4 years. This is our first increase in 4 years. We also have to think about inflation. You have to think about the cost on labor for techs, the cost of materials have skyrocketed, especially since COVID. So we have to increase in order to do what we're doing, but it's a minimal increase. So the bottom policy is increasing $30. The middle policy, 80, and the top policy, 80. So we're looking at an $80 increase at the end of the day, which is minimal. And our service fee will be jumping from 65 to 75. I shouldn't even use the word jump, but a small step, right? I mean, $10. So I mean, that's really the difference as far as the price. Now you get a ton of coverage for that increase. And people have actually called me and say, hey, I'm closing on this day. I need a policy. And I'm actually saying, let's wait until the new policy comes out, because it's gonna be $80 more, but the coverage is that much better. It's worth way more than 80. So I'm going to hit it like the short, brief bullet points without getting into detail. And anybody that's watching this, if you want details, contact me. But we'll schedule lunch and learn. I'm going to hit offices. We'll be good. But just to hit some key points about the new coverage. So on the microwave, oven range, cooktop, dishwasher, garbage disposal, and ceiling fans, we are now starting with a new policy. We're going to cover all parts and all components. There will be no exclusions, which is a game changer as far as home warranty is concerned. Right now, you look in the brochure, it'll say, well, we cover it, but we don't cover seals, and we don't cover this, we don't cover it. There will be no exclusions. If it failed due to wear and tear, doesn't matter what it is, it'll be covered. So that's huge. I mean, I can stop right there. That has an $80+ value.
Sure, yeah.
Looking at some other aspects, let's see here. For plumbing, we're going to include hose bibs. Exterior hose bibs will now be included, and we're going to cover sewer lateral up to $500 within the home structure. So plumbing leak below the basement will cover $500. So that's pretty big, and that'll be included in every policy. AC, we're going to cover mini splits, electric baseboards, and floor furnaces. So we're adding on some AC. Water heater units, we're going to cover 75-gallon water heaters, which is very, very large. Some people have them, but
what's the most common, David, on
probably a
water
40-gallon.
What is it?
A 40-gallon.
40-gallon.
Yeah. By far, most have 40. Some have 50. Every now and then, I probably ran into maybe 10 last year, 75 gallons, but they're excluded from coverage. Look at every warranty company out there, and if almost every single one, if not every single one right now, says they don't cover 75 or higher. So to my knowledge, we will be the only one that actually does cover it. It's kind of neat.
I've always thought that I needed 2 75 gallons with 3 daughters and a wife.
That could be the case. That could be the case.
We never had that, but it would have been nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's, but you know what? If they take long showers, really long showers, you take a long shower, and then you're doing dishes at the same time. And who knows? Who knows, Brent? So, but electric, we're going to do wire tracing now, which is a really, really big deal. I'm not going to do a deep dive. That's a big deal. So things that are added on top of the ultimate policy, which is by far what most of you guys do, we are going to cover a roof. It's going to be included on that policy. So you're not going to pay extra. Roof leaks will now be covered up to $1,000. Water softener will now be included. And these are not options. These will naturally be included. Also, unlimited dishwashers, dryers, washers, and microwaves. So if they have a basement with an extra microwave or an extra whatever, those things will be covered. You won't have to pay anything extra. And we'll also have some new options like outdoor kitchen and smart home options. So if people have a Wi-Fi Nest thermostat, or a doorbell that's a Ring, or a doorbell that's Vivint, or door lock, or whatever, garage door opener that's smart, we will cover those if you add that option, as well as water sprinklers, irrigation systems. And for rekey, we're going to change that to 6 locks and 4 keys versus 4 locks, 4 keys. So those are really the changes. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You ran through that quickly, David.
I really did, and of course, like we could do deep dives and ins and outs. I don't want to keep everybody on.
No, but I do think it's important for those who do want to get a hold of you. What's the best way to do that, David?
Phone call, text, or email.
Okay.
Do not fax me. And I say that, and a lot of people are looking at that or hearing that and probably laughing like, fax. You guys would be surprised by how many faxes people try to send me and then contact me a day or 2 days later saying, "Oh, I faxed it to you." And it's like, I did not get it. Do not fax. If you text me, I'll respond same day. You call me, I'll respond same day. You email me.
What's that number, David, that you like them to text or call?
Sure. 314-707-3441. 314-707-3441. But the add-ons are awesome. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. For $80, just the sewer lateral right there, plus the roof now included, plus all, a lot of added value, not just an increase. You're getting a lot for it.
Good stuff, David.
I appreciate it,
man. We will get this information out, and anybody who wants to get a hold of David, talk to him a little bit more. He just gave you his contact information, so feel free to do that. David Specter, Choice Home Warranty. Thank you.
One last thing to say. I got one more thing to say, Brent. You can't take that yet.
Come at me. Come at me.
Hold the phone.
Hold it.
So as of about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Choice Warranty came in as the #1 warranty company in the country from U.S. News World Report. So it doesn't get more.
And you won a big award too, by the way.
I did. Thank you. I try to focus on the company, not individual. but
we know you. We know you.
But you know what? It all comes down to service and taking care of the clients. And so it's all repeat from the agents over and over because they know they're going to get the service. And so I appreciate the business. But #1 in the country from U.S. News World Report. That says a lot about the company.
That's cool. And David will be available to sign autographs at the Fenton office from 10 to 12.
That is correct. With a small charge.
Of course.
I now need one of those 75-gallon water heaters so I can get it covered, So, but I appreciate it, Brent. I appreciate everybody that's watching this. Thank you as always. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, David Specter, Choice
So,
Home Warranty, tip of
all
the
right,
month.
guys. I'll see you later. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
All right.